Hello. Bu ma xeewoo yàggut amin ma xeewu tëddaat guys ma jógee yàggut ma jóg sangu rek ni jaww ci caméra moo tax sama kanam bi mel nii but bear with me dina lifin jàmm ngeen fanaan. Good morning guys. I woke up and went back to bed again. I just left my bed not long. Oh my god, dropping the phone again as usual. So we're gonna have this important conversation this morning about how to avoid people that are gonna be dating you fakely. And is that even an English word, fakely? I don't even know. People that do online scams, they're all over the world. We're gonna talk about how to avoid it. A lot of them are, especially in the West here, a lot of them target single mothers or single men that are older and single women that are older, or just single mothers in general, but especially older single women who are widows or they're just alone. The fact that these people know that these people are lonely, they're like, yes, I hit the jackpot. Sadly, these people are so evil, guys. And this is their job. And they make a lot of money from their evilness. Hello. Jàmm ngeen fanaan. So tey dañuy wax mbiri nit ñi nga xam ne dañ dee fenal nit ñi di wax ne bugg nañ leen te bugguñ leen xalal lañ leen toppee. Di jéem a seet nu ñuy def ba xam seen xalal bi, you know, online scam. Yi nga xam ne nii loof lañ dee use ba yàqal la sa àdduna. Waxoon naa leen ne naa si def topic dama si dee def topic waaye géej naa koo def. So tey dama ko bëgg a defaat. So yeah guys, dinaa try ma wax Wolof ak English, but so itu damay mujjee wax English again wala Wolof. We'll see what, yeah. Jàmm ngeen fanaan. I hope ne yéen a ngi okay. Hello Ousmane. So yeah, like leen vidéo bi ngeen séddoo ko ñu waxtaan conversation bi inshallah. So nit ñi nga xam ne dañ dee fen di wax ne dañ la nopp te nobuñ la, nit ñi nekk bitim réew fii lañ ko dee gën a def sax, te dañ dee tàgget jigéen ñi nga xam ne xamuñ jëkkër, surtout jigéen ñi nga xam ne mag lañ, xëy na seen jëkkër dafa dee wala jigéen ji dafa divorce wala jos dafa xamul jëkkër, maanaam jigéen ju xam ay juróom fukki at dem ci kaw wala xam ñeen fukki at dem ci kaw. Ñooñ lañ dee gën a tàgget bi ko xam nañ ne ñooñ ñu si bëri ñoo dee gën a yàkkamti pour xam ku leen buggu, parce que dañ dee nekk ñëw kenn lu yàgg di yërëm seen bopp di wax naan oh man moom xaw ma kañ lay xam nit, man wéet naa sonn naa, you know, this type of thing. So jigéen ñi nga xam ne dañ nekk mag lañ dee gën a tàgget sadly. Te soo seetee seen history di nga gis lot of video, am na video yoo xam ne ñu ngi YouTube sax for free pour nga seet ko. Nguur gi ñoo ko fay def pour xee nit ñi, nguuri bitim réew fii. Muy réew mu nekk réew moo mënti nekk rek soo typee online dating scam mooy buggante ci internet bi scam, soo ko typee si sa làkki dëkk bi nga ne danga ko gis, wala soo ko typee si anglais wala français danga ko gis. Hello, thank you so much. So dañ dee def different documentary yoo xam ne bu ma doon seetaan si suba gi nii dafa ruslu torop te daw yaram, ndax gune góor yi nga xam ne ñoo doon scam merab tubaab bi. Jeega merab tubaab la anyway. It's mare but not mare but it's mare. Gune góor yi nit ku ñuul yu ndaw Australia 2 years ago. Waaye xam na yu xees sax bii ñaari at si gannaaw la, waaye xam na yu xees, waaye bii laa tombeeloon rek xamoon leen ko tuuti rek. Gune góor yi nit ku ñuul yu ndaw ndeysaan dafa ruslu, gisoo ko moo nekk ni exposing Nigerian scammers, Nigerian online love scammers. 60 minutes Australia fa la nekk on YouTube. Gune góor yu ndaw yi fa ruslu police yi di leen arrest nii ndeysaan, you know about this. Te nit ku ñuul lañ ñi yëpp daf dee tax nit ku ñuul yi bitim réew, you know, tubaab yi di ñu xaaye kayit. Moo tax duma dee bëgg nit ku ñuul yi di inbox yu bon yu rëy yi, you know. Su si nit ku ñuul yi di inbox ba nekk si news bi rek baaxut, daf ñuy yàqal kayit. Ñeneen ñi war a ñëw yëpp daf leen di koñe. Tubaab yi dañuy tiit di protect seen dëkk bi, you know. boot yee nit ku ñuul yu bëri ñoo si dee involve ak yeneen xeet yi waaye nit ku ñuul yi la di xëppee surtout Nigérian yi bitim réew fi dañ ko dee def liggéey vidéo baa ngi lool rek taxawal bu loodee naa leen ko woon so gars dañ dee tàggee tam góor ñi nga xam ne góor ñi ñu ngi nekk ñoom kenn surtout góor goo xam ne mag la ñooñ la online love yi online fake love yi dee gën a tàgget góor wala jigéen ñoo xam ne mag lañ waaye ñu ngi nekk ñoom kenn maanaam xam nañ ay juróom fukki at wala lu ko ëpp vidéo baa ngi lool ba tey waaye dañ dee tàggeen tamit xale te dañ dee ñëw ak yow ci façon bu nekk allo ça va jërëjëf soo ñii dañ la dee topp si online dating website yi fi ngay wutee love dañ la dee topp Facebook Instagram fu ne fii sax ñu ngi fi fees del TikTok soo ñii dañ dee create profile create nataal create vidéo yoo xam ne du ñoom xam na si ñoo xam ne nag ñoom ci seen bopp tigi lañuy def foofu ñoom ci seen bopp tigi lañuy def foofu noonu rusuñ tiituñ come on aat bi gisoo ko ñu ngi nii police yi fii la leen police yi jàppee fii la leen police yi jàppee ba ñuy wax ak jigéen bi ñu doon waxat
That list is being investigated by Australian authorities.
lii ñaari xat ci gannaaw lañ ko pose bi
halfway through that list, and so far it's almost 100% strike rate. Yes. On the victims. Yes. He was a busy boy. Well, he was very successful until you people came along. Brian Hayes' job as head of the Queensland fraud squad is to catch
bëri la ko def du kii rek ñu yëpp la police yi fay na.
But it's not our man. The crafty conman Bidamy has sent a local teenager to collect the cash.
That is 3. You count. Make sure.
Oh, good afternoon. Yeah, we're from 60 Minutes Australia and you seem to be in a lot of trouble. It's a bust, but not our target. We want Bidamy.
Ben, if you want your money, champ, listen. No more mucking around. You want your money, come up, I'll give it to you, you can go.
So, we take a gamble. We let the courier go, knowing he may run. But our hope is he'll lead us right to our main man. And yes, in the streets around the hotel, the undercover police swoop. Bidamy and 5 accomplices nabbed. Do you know Rosalie?
No, I don't, sir.
You don't know Rosalie?
Yes, sir.
You don't?
I do, sir.
What have you done with the $53,000 that she gave you?
You are the lowest form of a con man that I've ever met. The woman that I've spoken to, the pain and the destruction of their family that you have caused from this stupid little trick, all of you. Look at you. You're absolutely disgusting. The stories I've heard, I have no sympathy for these people. None whatsoever.
She thinks I'm Benjamin.
Yes, because you've called yourself Benjamin.
Yeah, I know.
Now, the moment of truth, proving Bidamy is Rosalie's online lover, Benjamin. And guess whose number we find on his phone? Oh, what a surprise. Hello, is that Rosalie? We're standing in a hotel room in Kuala Lumpur at the moment, and I've got a fellow standing next to me wearing a set of handcuffs who just wants to say a few words. See if you recognise this voice. Can you just talk to him for a moment? Okay, that's Rosalie.
Hello,
Don't be shy. Tell her what name you've been using now.
Benjamin. Benjamin Walter.
Unbelievably, we found the numbers of another 81 Australian women on Bidamy's mobile. That list is being investigated by Australian authorities. So you're halfway through that list, and so far it's almost 100% strike rate.
Yes.
On the victims.
Yes.
He was a busy boy.
Well, he was very successful until you people came along.
Brian Hayes' job as head of the Queensland Fraud Squad is to catch the scammers. But he spends more time counselling their targets.
You're not victims, you're survivors. You've gone through it, you've come out the other end, and you're not letting the bastards get it from you anymore.
In Brisbane Police Headquarters, a support group for women and men who've been stung by Nigerians.
I willingly parted with $300,000. $300,000.
You get sucked in and you find out when it's too late, when it's cost you money.
He talked to me for quite a while, madly in love with me, never seen me before, but madly in love with me, and wanted to make my life good.
For these people, it is love. They believe it, they live it, they breathe it, they yearn for it, and to them it's very real, very tangible.
He's sending the money to Nigeria.
Meanwhile, back at Bidami's place, we're following the paper trail. Most of those ill-gotten gains are sent straight back to Nigeria into the hands of crime gangs and even terrorist groups. But men like Bidami cream enough of the profit to keep themselves in the best of bling. Where does a student get $800 for a pair of designer label sneakers?
My mom will send me pocket money.
Your mum sends you pocket money from Nigeria?
Yeah.
You're the most generous mother in the world, have you? Gee. $800 for sneakers. There'll be no Louis Vuitton where Bidami and his fellow conmen are headed.
Okay.
Malaysian prison and then deportation back to Nigeria.
Exactly. See?
I don't hate him. I just feel sorry for him.
This is insane.
I don't know how that a person can do that to someone who's just trying to help. And that's all I wanted, was to help him to get out of Malaysia. And he promised me absolutely a new life.
These people are in a place in their life where they are lonely, they're looking for love, something...
But does that make them silly?
No, it doesn't make them silly. There's nothing wrong with having friendships and falling in love with someone online. That's not the issue.
Exactly. It's just their evil. So now let me show you the beginning, how the type of profile that these people use.
In a luxury hotel room, we carefully set our trap with the help of experienced fraud investigators.
Why is not showing?
Never. To better hide their tracks, they've spread. In a luxury hotel room, we carefully set our trap with the help of experienced fraud investigators. Our targets lurk in the street below. Nigerian conmen awaiting the call from another victim. But this time the call will come from us.
Exactly.
Undercover police are ready to pounce.
No more mucking around. You want your money, come up, I'll give it to you, you can go.
These greedy scammers are slicker than ever. To better hide their tracks, they've spread from Nigeria to become a global pandemic.
They're intelligent, they're resourceful, they've got global networks, and let's face it, at this point in time, they're winning the battle.
Here in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, our chance to strike back.
That's when you and the police...
Join us and get 40 free spins.
I just want to show you the profile that he's using. He's using a profile that is not him.
Mails around you wanted to hear.
Everything I wanted to hear. Yeah, he was making me...
But the swindlers have a new shtick. You wanted to hear.
Everything I wanted to hear. Telling me everything.
Promise of love. But the swindlers have a new shtick. They've moved onto dating sites, and the cruel hook they use is the promise of love.
I suppose he absolutely had me by my heart. This guy was just telling me everything that I wanted to know.
He was saying everything he knew you wanted to hear.
Everything I wanted to hear. Yeah, he was making me feel as if I was worth a person.
Rosalie is 53, divorced and terribly lonely. For romance scammers, the perfect mark. Looking for love online, she met Benjamin Walthall, a handsome American businessman working in Malaysia.
Do you see the
Men
profile?
wooed her for hours at a time. He even sent flowers. Rosalie believed she'd finally found true love. And when the man of her dreams asked for loans to help his business, she happily handed over thousands.
$90,000 plus what I still owe in phone calls, and I have a debt of $15,000.
How?
Given away your entire life savings and you're in debt.
Yes.
Ain't this
But
Do you guys hear this? But what happened is, those young boys, they're using the money to buy trainers and stuff like this. Now, I know a lot of us, even some of us, the women, we married to older white people or older people in general that come into Africa, but mainly white people to look for wife. That's how I come here myself. That is also a scam, but I don't really call that scam, and I'm not embarrassed to talk about it, simply because I was 24 years old when this guy who is 60 years old bought his ticket to go to Gambia, knowing fully well that Gambia is poor and people don't have self-love and self-confidence and don't know their self-worth. So when I go there, they will marry me. He came there specially to marry a wife, simply because he was in Gambia 2 weeks before he met me with his fiancée or his friends with benefit friend, who is also a Scottish woman. They went on holiday all over the world, like not all over the world in Europe, but in like Thailand and other different places that are affordable that time. This is 2006. Sorry, 2005 when I met him, but I came here 2006. And then they went to different places and they decided to go to Gambia. They've never been there. They went to Gambia. They're all 60-year-old. This woman is 60 or 61, 62, something like that, around that range. And the guy was 60 or 61, something like that. And they decided to go to Africa, Gambia by force, for the first time. Never been to any African country with a dark skin. Gambia was the first time. I think they've been to Egypt and different countries, but not that particular country. So when they came to Gambia, they stayed in a different hotel, not where I was living. I was working at the hotel beach, braiding people hair, which I still do. Braiding the tourist people hair. You know, I was working in a salon in the town before that. And then somebody told me about working in the hotel, braiding people hair, and you can make more money. And you might have even opportunity to travel. I'm like, yeah, who doesn't want that? I come from a poor family. I was married young. I don't have my self-worth. I was like, I would go there, maybe I will make money and I will also have chance to travel and help myself and my family. So I went there. And I got the job. Not long, I met this guy. I worked there 1 year, or within 1 year, I met this guy. And this guy came in because 2 weeks before he came into that hotel where I was working at the beach, which is Kunta Kinte Beach Resort. If you ask everybody, Ami Job or Ami Fana, they know me. Before he came there, 2 weeks before, he was in the other hotel called Kairaba Hotel with this particular woman that he friend with here for years. I don't want to mention her name or his name. He's gone now for years. I don't know if the woman is alive. He died of cancer years ago. He was 70 something when he died. After me, he went and married another Gambian woman again and brought him. Some of these men that go to Africa and marry people, they're addicted to young people and some of the old women. It's not good. I don't want them to be scammed, but they're scamming their entire generation. I'm not talking because of those. But people who are going online to target these people and even send them flower and talk them nice and lie. Hell, this is insane and embarrassing and very evil. And the karma will haunt them. Either they go to jail or not. They cannot get away with the karma. Because the woman did not bought her ticket to go to a poor country to look for young boys to use and call it love. That woman is scamming you and you are scamming her back. Good luck to her. I'm talking about the woman that's sitting in her living room like this with a cup of tea like Ami Job here, feeling lonely, watching the news, looking at the birds from the window. and you just emailing her online. Let me finish with my story and then I'll tell you how they got this woman and how this woman get this guy. So what happened is, with my story, when this guy came into Gambia with the woman that he was with here, their friend, but their friend with benefit, he said then. So they came to Gambia and the woman meet a younger Gambian guy. Thank you guys. When he keeps hearing the video, this is very important for us women, especially single mothers here, or just single guys, or just guys who just love online people and just love so much and don't know how to go about it and are innocent. I'm talking for them. I'm not talking for the ones that know that you're poor. I'm gonna, take advantage of you. Those ones are both scammer. The old person is scamming you and you don't know your self-worth and you agree to it. Fairness, so don't happen, but those are not the reason why I'm talking. So when this man came to Gambia with this woman, and then this woman met a younger Gambian guy and fall in love and dump this man, they fall out, they argue, they fall out in that holiday trip. So then when they arrive here, the woman said, I'm not going to leave him. I'm going to go back and marry him even. Who the hell are you telling me to not be with him? They fall out their friendship. Well, they were still friends, but arguing about this man, that this woman met in Gambia. And then my ex then said, me too, I will go to Gambia and marry somebody young and beautiful. You think only you can do this? Watch me, I'm going back. So he came back 2 weeks after he left with this woman. He came back again. And then he stayed in the hotel where I was working at the beach this time. The moment he arrived, put his suitcase in the room, he checked in. He walked to the beach straight away from the aeroplane. He just put his suitcase and walked to the beach straight away and saw me and another girl who also sell fruit salad. Like they chop the fruit and sell it. I don't know if she's still there. So then the man saw me and walking, and coming to us. It was like a joke. When he was coming, Awa was telling me, Amy, look at that old white guy coming. You might have an old white husband soon. I was like, what? Me marrying this old white guy? I don't even know him and stuff. And the white guy was coming right, this man was coming right opposite, like direct to us, where I was sitting next to where she sell fruit salad, the table, with the fruits. And then he said hello to us. We said hello. And then he said, oh, this is nice. This is my first time I'm here, chatting. And we are like, oh, welcome to Gambia. And then he ended up asking me, are you married? I was wearing my nice African dress, I said, no, I was married, but not right now. But I've been married many times from a young age. With my story, I don't hide it. Because I know that it's very damaging and it's not my fault. That's why I'm not embarrassed of it. Because I know who I am. That if I have a good man who I love, I will stay with him. Why I married the amount of time I got married? Because I was arranged married from a young age with different people. And then as a young adult, I also married the wrong people because that's the only thing I know. And I'm not embarrassed to talk about it. A lot of people in my community are like this, not just me. A lot of marriages right now in my community are wrong, even everywhere, but my community is worse. Because we've not been taught to marry to the right person. We're just taught, get out and go and get married right now. Anyway, so when this man asked me, would you like to have a dinner tomorrow with me for us to talk? Because I came here to look for a wife. He told me this straight away. I was like, oh my God. I said to myself, what the hell? Look at this man. I said, and then I remember, Amy, why are you even thinking about that? Just take this man. You need opportunity and stuff. Who cares? I said, yes, let's go and have dinner. He said to me, do you work here? I said, yes. I tell him what I do and stuff, that I braid people hair, And then he said to me, okay, I don't have any hair for you to braid, but I can come tomorrow, take you for dinner. And we go to that hotel where they first stayed 2 weeks ago. He said to me, I want to go to Kairaba Hotel because I have some gift that somebody gave me to give somebody who worked there, which is this older woman that he was with, his friend, also give him some gift for this new lover in Gambia that she brought here. And that lover leave him too. People who are going to Africa, I'm not saying don't go. Go when you know your age. You go for your age limit. Even that is risky, but you might be lucky. But you are old. You go for 20-year-old, 30-year-old when you are 60, 70. Who the hell are you thinking these people will stay with you? Doesn't matter what color you are. I don't care if you are blue, black, green, yellow. Why the hell you think if you were 20 or 25 or 30, you will stay with a effing 60, 70-year-old? Why do you think that you will do that? So why do you think this other person will do it just because they are poor? You think they're not human? Anyway, so this guy then, take me to dinner, I bought fish and chips. The first time I have fish and chips from hotel restaurant and stuff like this. Very nice. Me, I like food. I was like, heaven already. Look at this hotel. Look like I'm in Europe already, I start imagining my life in Europe and stuff. When he was talking, my mind was like, yeah, that's me walking in the street of Europe. I never even knew about Scotland or anything. I was just like, UK, yeah, let me go and, eat nice food and have money. Not knowing that coming here doesn't make you have that at all. Anyway, so what happened is the guy then, meet this other guy and then introduce me to him and then give him the gift. And the guy's like, hey, you have a good catch. Don't miss this one day. His friend is the one that I catch 2 weeks ago, his friend. So you don't miss this one day. Make sure that you're good. He will take you to Europe if you're good. I say, okay, sir. Yes, sir. And then, we talk. I was like, what the hell? The guy was like, do you like me? Do you love me? I said, yes. He was like, you saw? I said, yes. He was like, okay, I'll marry you. We have a good life together. He never talked to me then about bringing me here. He said, I'm looking for a wife. I wanted to ask him why you come straight and you're looking for a wife and you're going for someone like me. Because I'm quite forward. But I was like, hey, Amy, shut up, because you're going to ruin your chance here. I was like, yeah, And then we keep going. I keep telling him that in my culture, we don't have sex without marriage. So if you're looking for a wife, you cannot try to take me to your hotel room or anything until we get married. He said to me, no problem. But I remember he was always on the phone arguing with this woman that he was with 2 weeks ago before me. I remember he was speaking Scottish English, cursing this woman. You this, you that, I don't want to use the words because then I couldn't speak Scottish English. And the woman was like, you this, they're arguing all the time. And when I asked him, who you talking to? He was like, it's my friend, don't worry. Before he married me, because then after he came back, after we went for a couple of dates, that time, and we went for a couple of restaurants that have live bands in Senegambia, get to know each other. I saw that he was drinking alcohol and he was getting drunk. Then I never drank alcohol and I take it very seriously then, and I hate alcohol and stuff like this. After when I arrived here with my childhood trauma and stuff, there was a time that I was revenging my trauma and I started drinking, but I was so lucky I never overdid it and I stopped it very quickly instead of getting addicted to it. By now, you never know me here. By now, I'll be hiding and drinking if I was still drinking. So I'm still glad that I managed to escape that, but that's another story. So then I really used to hate alcohol, and he was drinking. Look at how poverty and not knowing your self-worth, what it can lead you to. Even though I really hate alcohol, I come from a family that don't drink alcohol. The smell of alcohol, he was drinking beer, I really hated it. But I still agree that to marry him, knowing fully well that I shouldn't marry somebody that drink alcohol. But I just don't have any attraction to him with him anyway, because I was married very young with people that I don't love, that are so old like him. So I was like, oh well, another old person again, and just whatever, who cares? I'll just go to UK. At least this one is better. So he then take me to different places and stuff, and he was getting drunk. When he got drunk, when we went to restaurant, he would drink too much beer and he would be cursing, effing this, effing that, for no reason, And I used to be like, what the hell? If I marry this man, I will be in trouble. But I'm like, don't worry, let me just get to UK. Who cares? So he didn't marry me. Sorry, I left my bed not long, guys. My voice is just... So he didn't marry me, and he then came back. And when he came back, he was calling me, talking to me, telling me that I'll take another holiday in 6 months and I'll come back and I'll engage you. And then after that, I'll come back again and marry you. I said, okay. So when he took another holiday in 6 months, he came with that woman that he came with for the first time. This woman was marrying this guy, her lover. We went to the wedding, me and him. He was very angry. Keep telling this woman, this man don't love you. You're stupid. I said to myself, what the hell? You think I love you? I used to hate kissing him. I used to hate having anything to do with him. I always look for excuse for him to not touch me. The whole time we are married, he barely touched me. I can count how many times he touched me. I don't feel any karma for that, because I know that he should know that just because Africa is poor, he shouldn't go there and marry people that are poor like him, like us, and marry the young one. If he go for somebody like around his age, at least somebody 50, because he was over 60 or 60, but he went for somebody 24, He's not stupid. He's very clever. Yeah, he was working here 4 days a week. Anyway, so he knows why he fly to Gambia. It's not for sunshine. A lot of them don't go there for sunshine. They're going for something else. And these people in Africa, they know it. That's why they're scamming your entire generation. Anyway, so when he went there, when he come back again, and we went to the wedding, he married this woman, he was arguing with this woman this whole time as well, even in the wedding day, on the wedding day. But this woman, her man also don't care. He was like, these people are crazy, but who cares, He also, just don't care, and they got married. And then me and this guy, he engaged me that time. 6 months later, he came back and married me. When he was marrying me, then he was working. He said to me, when he was coming back to marry me, then he was working. He said to me, Amy, but I don't think you love me. I think I want to cancel this marriage. This is just few days before he came. I was like, what the hell? I already tell my whole family and friends that you're going to marry me this particular day, and we already arranged everything. He said, but Amy, you don't love me. You hardly do anything with me. You just hardly do anything with me. You don't want me. You don't want to do romance stuff with me and stuff. You're saying that until I marry you. But even when I marry you, I think you might not do it. I said, no, when you marry me, I will do it. Then you're my husband, Never, even if you marry me. Anyway, me from a young age, I'm used to refusing myself this man that I don't love, that was marrying me. I mastered refusing sex, but I will not say no. But I'll come up with stuff like, I have a headache, my tummy is paining me, I'm this, I'm that, I have malaria, my period. I will use like Vinto or hibiscus juice, put it on, like I have period. Oh, I have so many tricks to make sure that this man will not sex me from a young age. I'm very clever with this. All of them that were marrying me young, they barely touched me. That's why they used to divorce me. They used to be like, what the hell? This person is sick. She always have excuse that, no one can touch her. But because I'm so nice to them, because I don't want them to beat me and I don't want them to report me to my mom, they never really used to beat me because of sex. Anyway, so when he came back, he married me. Before he married me, he said to me that I don't want us to do the wedding. I said, why? He said to me, you don't love me, I said, no, when we marry, it'll be fine. And then I was like, what the hell? I told my mom, this man want to cancel. He was like, what the hell? Let's pray. I was like, let's pray. We were all praying. No. We were all praying. And then he ended up marrying me at the end. He was like, I'm just going to marry you because I don't want to let you down. When he arrived, this is 2 days before he came. So when he arrived, he still said that he's not going to marry me. The day after, he still said he's not going to marry me. I was talking to him, crying and begging him. I was like, I already tell everybody. This is going to be a big shame. Why are you doing this to me? And I love you. Subhanallah. I hope God will forgive me for telling him I love you, but I don't know. So, he then, said to me, I'll think about it. Come back tomorrow. The next day, Fajr, early morning, I went to the hotel again. Darling, what did you think? I couldn't sleep last night. I love you, and I tell everybody about this, darling. What did you come up with? Do you make up your mind we're going to get married? Why you don't want to marry me? Looking at him like this. And I'm only seeing the buildings and the street of UK. I've never been to UK, but you see it on TV. When I look at him, I'm seeing the buildings and the street of UK, not him. Because his face is so old and wrinkled. His lips are so old and soft and wrinkled. Why will I want to love those lips? Why am I don't even remember his eye color. When I went for the visa interview, they asked me your husband's eye color. I couldn't remember it. And he has sad blue eyes. Guys, this is serious. And I was looking at his eyes like this, telling him I love you. And can't even remember the eye color. So then the guy, take me and everything. He's like, okay, I'll marry you, And I say, oh, thank you, I love you. So I call my mom, oh, he's going to marry me now. And everybody's happy, So we went for the wedding, the 2 days after. That was 2 days before the wedding. So the wedding then happened. We went to sign the documents. I wear my white dress. I was like, I wish I was wearing this dress with somebody I love. Because then I was married young with all these people that I don't want. But we never did a big party. Because with these people, it was just like, Muslim marriage. You go to the mosque, you do the marriage. Like next to nothing kind of a marriage. So with him, he gave me some money and I put my own money and we do the wedding nice, because I wanted some evidence for my visa and just to feel like Amy have a white man husband, going to UK, yeah. So we did all this. I was like, finally, at least this is still not a real marriage, but at least, It's a marriage that attached to visa and opportunities. So I took it, and we did everything. And then I was still continuing to look for excuse, just because the sex is not great. He cannot sex me at all, guys. He couldn't. He was too old and his thing wasn't working, and just don't have no feeling for him. And just, even when he tried to play with me, I hate it. Everything that he's doing, I hate it. I was just faking the hell, and we just like, and I'm not very good with faking. I'm very forward though. So the game was not going well, and he wasn't happy. But I was just so lucky that he brought me here. It's like I meant to be here. So when he come back, he was like, Amy, I think I shouldn't marry you. I still think I shouldn't marry you. You don't love me. We never have nice honeymoon. We never have nice time. He was just getting drunk the whole time and getting angry the whole time, knowing that he's not having the love he deserves. This is serious then. I'm telling you all this so you know this is serious. Nobody is going to come out and tell you their reality like this. A lot of us do this, not just me. It's because of poverty, and also some people, I talk about this, some people, the way they bring up their children is what contribute to it. Because they bring up their children telling them that, this white people, they're not good. This white people, you know how they used to slave us. This white people, this white people, that. This white people, this white people, that. You don't bring up your children like that. That's very bad. I tell people that. Because me, I always look at things, the cause of things. I'm like this. I always look at the root of things. So I realize that our black community always say bad thing about the white people behind them. Not everybody, but a lot of them do. That's the reality. And when they have a little issue with one white person at work or anybody, they come home or anywhere, they come home, they will be like, oh, these white people, they're like this. At work today, this person did this to me. Oh, these white people, they're like this, they're like that. And when your children hear that, they're going to think that all white people are evil, and they're not going to have sympathy for them. This is the root cause of some of these things that people are doing. This is the reality. Some might deny it now, but that's the reality. So how old was you at the time? I was 24 and he was 60. So then, when he brought me here, then he was like, I don't want to, continue this marriage, stuff like this. After he go back, I was like, what the hell? He's like, even after we got married, Amy, we never really enjoy nothing. Do you not notice that? You never really have good sex with me the whole time. You never really have good honeymoon with me. You were just arguing with me and not showing me love. I was arguing with him because I don't want to show him love. Because if I show him love, then I have to love him, and do stuff. And whenever he tried to love me, I'm like, and just bringing problem. People that don't want to love you, they're always going to bring problem when you're trying to love them. Because then if they love you, they will do the thing with you. And because they don't want that, when you try to love them, they're going to bring problem. That's the reality. That's why I talk about that for men who do that. Some men do that to women, even if they're age mate or whatever. Anyway, I know people are good. Doesn't matter what color they are. White people are good people, persons. Every race have good and bad people. That's it. That's what I believe. Every single race have good and bad people. I don't believe no race is all good or no race is all bad. And some black people don't believe in this. And some other people, white, green, blue, some race think that they're better than the other race in general. I don't believe that. Anyway, so then when he was saying things like that, I was like, what the hell? No, I'll marry you. We're just learning. I'll be good woman to you. We're just learning each other's way, looking for excuse. I love you. I miss you, talking nonsense like this woman is saying that this person was doing to her. People that scam you, they're very good at their word, and they can even cry, have emotions. Those emotions, they're not for you. They're for their poverty and the fact that they want to get to where you are or your money. Those emotions is for that, not for you. The emotion can also come from the pain they've been through. If they come from home that people beat them, traumatize them, they're crying from those emotions, not you there. Anyway, so I was talking, using emotions and stuff, and he was also saying, I love you. Obviously, he was young, so he's gonna love me. I was younger. So then he ended up coming back after he married me to pick, he didn't come back, sorry. After he married me, he ended up sending me the documents so I can apply for visa. But that took about 6 months again after he married me before he agreed. I never asked him for the visa and stuff, but what led to me coming here was that he wanted me to stop working there. He said to me, so if you love me, then I want you to do one thing. I said, what? He said, you have to stop working there because if not, you're going to meet a younger person than me. I said, I cannot stop working because if I stop working, what am I going to do? Like, I need to have money to help my mom in the house with a lot of children and other family members, and to help myself and my son, because I have my older son in Africa. And then he said to me that, no, you know, I will see what's going to happen. Maybe I will try to bring you here and you can get a better job, stuff like this. I say, okay. So then we agreed, talk, and then he agreed to send some document that he needed for me to come across. But one thing I'm very lucky with about this guy, thank you so much, guys, is that for him, he never gave me enough money because he never had it. So I'm lucky for that. Then I did not like it. Because I saw other people that married to foreign people and they buy them nice houses, cars, giving them money. I was like, effing, why I'm not lucky to have a man like that? This old man have to marry me and he have nothing to offer me. Because he only worked 4 days a week and he worked with the council. He was a bin man, people that pick the bins on the street with the car, you know, with the big truck. And 4 days he's working, 4 days he's off. That's not enough. So he only saved money for holidays. His house is like, even this house is better. His house was like, when I arrived at his house, I was new, but I was like, okay, but I never see anything better because I come from a poor family as well. But after a while, I noticed that, okay, he was actually poor. Nothing wrong with that, but he never really gave me money. Like, even the visa money, I have to pay the visa money with my own money because where I was working, I was making money for braiding the tourist people hair. And also, when we got the visa, I have to contribute to the ticket money. He couldn't even give me all the ticket money. So I'm lucky for that part, that he never wasted a lot of money on me. I was going to be more guilty, because don't see me like this, I do feel guilty for stuff. So anyway, so when he then agreed for me to come here, he applied for the visa, and they nearly rejected me, kind of, because when I went for the interview, they asked me, your husband eye colors. I don't know why they asked that. Now I'm thinking, but maybe they want to know if he's my genuine husband. I remember this young white guy was interviewing me, very handsome looking. I was like, effing hell, man, this man was supposed to be my husband. Why was this man not my husband instead of this old effing man that I have to go to? But I was just looking at him like, I wish you were my husband, smiling. And he was interviewing me. I was like, please tell me you love me. But he was just focusing, you know, doing his job. And he asked me my husband eye color. I said, I can't remember that. I can't remember. I don't know. It's maybe green or blue, something like this. And he was laughing. I know he was like, what the hell? You don't even love this man, Amy. He was looking at the passport and everything. He said to me, look, your husband have a really sad blue eyes, Amy. I'm like, oh, yeah. You know, yeah, you're right. I'm nervous. I'm scared. So I remember I did not use nervous because then I did not know the word nervous. I said, I'm scared, you know, I'm just, because I'm scared, you know, that's why maybe I forget. I know he'll. So he asked me so many things and I don't know them, and I'm just like not answering things correctly and stuff. So when I went, he never replied to me because I put on my visa that I want to be here for December 16. I will never forget that. I was supposed to come December 16 so I can spend Christmas here, which I don't even celebrate Christmas. I'm Muslim. But I put that on the visa, you know, we agreed to put that on the application. So when he never called me, they never called me until December something, like in the middle of Christmas. And he was like, call them. I said, you have to call them. Because if you call them, they will believe you that this marriage is real. Because they think the marriage is not real because I'm too young for you. If I call them, they will think I'm lying. Thank you so much, guys. That I just want to go. He said, no, he was very stubborn. And he was very forward. I like that about him too. He said to me, no, you have to call them. You are the one that want to come here, Amy. You don't even love me. You just want to come here. He was like me. He was crazy. I pray he's in heaven. He was like, you don't effing love me, Ken. You just want to come across. Ken, you think I don't need Ken? I'm not calling them. You call them. I'm like, oh my God. Every day when he called me, did you call them? I'm like, I'm scared to call them. Why are you scared? Call them. Huh? You don't want to tell them you don't love me, yeah? You're scared. I was like, what the hell? I love you. So I called them one day. I was like, what the hell? I'm just going to call them. I tell my mom, pray, I'm going to call the embassy today. And my mom was like, oh my God, don't call them. I said, I'll call them. So I just say, Bismillah Rahman Rahim, whatever, pray and just call them, you know. And they're like, hello, British Embassy. I'm like, hi, you know, I have my visa application. I need to go to my husband and my visa is still not out. This is December. My husband is so angry, you know, I'm not there for Christmas, you know, I know they're going to be like, ah, what the hell, man? This woman is lying. But anyway, so they tell me, okay, we'll get back to you. And then I say, okay. So he called again and I tell him I call and they say they will get back to me. 2 days later, they just called me in the middle of the day, like around 2 o'clock. The sun is very hot. I was at work. I'll never forget that day. And they said to me that, you know, come and collect your passport. I said to them, did I get the visa? They said, I cannot reveal any information. Just come and collect your passport. I called my mom. I was so scared. I was happy and scared. And I was like, I don't know whether the passport have visa. I took a taxi straight to the embassy, jumping. I never have that feeling in my entire life. No, poverty is not good, guys. Poverty and lack of self-dignity and thinking that arriving in another land will give you life is not good. It's the root cause of why Africa is still poor. I swear to Allah. This is why. It's very sad. And a lot of us that arrive and across and we're here, we will never open up like this to the young people. That's why. Because my community, when you opened up, people use it to insult you every day. Even this one, they will use it to insult me. Right now, as I'm talking to you, people are insulting me with my underage marriage, telling me that your vagina was ripped when you were a baby. That's why you are mad. All of these days, my community is insulting me for that. Because of a video that they said I did when everyone was talking about that issue. Anyway, not just me. Every single thing. Since I opened up with my underage marriage in my community, over 5 years ago, the first time when I first started video, until now, every little chicken, when they're angry with me, they always say that to me. And this happened to me, my mom, my sisters, and other women. This is why women always call me and tell me, I've been through underage marriage, I've been through sexual abuse, but I cannot talk, Amy. Please continue talking no matter what. You are our voice. Some say my mom been through underage marriage. That's why my mom never loved us, because my mom never loved my dad. What you're talking about is very serious. Keep going no matter what. Because they don't have the courage to face the camera and talk to save the other people from doing this. This is not good. You're going to regret it. You're going to be ashamed of yourself. And the karma is going to haunt you. Immediately I arrived here, I meet my children dad, who is from Nigeria, who I loved. And he did exactly what I did to this old white man and worse to me. He married me for visa because he was illegal here. And not just that, he was using my money and sleeping with everybody he come across. Worse than what I did to this white man. Karma is real. I told you this. This is not joke. So what happened is, after we got the visa, you know, when I went there, I find out the visa come out, you know, and I asked them, did I have the visa? You know, the guy gave me the passport at the door, you know, in the office. I asked him, did I have the visa? Did I have the visa? He said, I don't know, check. And then I was like, how can I check? Then he helped me check. He was like, yeah, you got the visa, it's here. I jumped and I told the guy, thank you so much, thank you so much. He's like, it's not me who give you it, but anyway, you're welcome, you're so happy. I'm like, yes. I even gave him, I think, $200 or something, I remember. I was so happy. I called my mom straight away from there. I was screaming. The taxi guy, I told the taxi guy, I got a visa. I'm going to UK. I got a visa. The taxi guy like, oh, sister, you're so lucky. Bless you. I pay him extra, jumping. I came home. Everybody was jumping like we have like the whole world in our hand now. Simply because of poverty. People think that when their children cross, that's them, their life is sorted, and it doesn't work like that. That's why a lot of people, when they arrive here, they're doing all the dirty thing to make their parents and their, you know, the other side of the world where they came from to have a better life. Because here, when you come here, doing the normal thing, for the most part, cannot give you life. That's the reality. But you will not know it until you come. Because a lot of people from here, when they come, when they go to Africa, they show off, you know, buy nice things, show off to show them that I have money, so people can be like, praise them. Because Africa, when you have little money or they think you have money, they praise you like your second God. And because a lot of us come from a childhood trauma that people beat us, maltreat us, treat us bad. So we want somebody to praise us so bad. We will do anything just to get that praise and to feel good. Like we are in control. Yeah, you know, everybody want to be us. Look at us. And because people go into Africa to show off, they cannot tell the reality of what they're going through here. Because then when they show off, Africa will look at them like, okay, you cannot show off anymore now. I know your secret. You see, this is why they don't want to talk about the struggles here and how hard here is and the dirty job that people are doing and how people are in prison just to have a nice house in Africa. And when they see people talking about it, they don't like it too. They say you are exposing our secret. You're going to make people look us down. when we go on holiday. A lot of Africans go to holiday just to make those people feel less than. Just to wear nice big things, wear expensive branded stuff in the middle of the children so poor under the mango tree, and you're wearing designer stuff, expensive stuff, nice perfumes. Some people even steal these perfumes. They steal it. They don't even have money for the perfume. And Africa will not know that. Why are you going to Africa and you have to steal and buy all the designer stuff like you're going to some hopeless fashion show that is a branded fashion show? You're going to under the mango tree when people have nothing and you're wearing all these expensive things so they can marry old people or come to the back way through the sea and die in the sea. Try to be like you. That's wickedness. I always say this to my community, but they don't like to hear the truth because they love doing that, especially Gambians. They're worse than Senegalese. Gambian people, when they go into Gambia, it's like they're going to a fashion show that is a very posh, sick fashion show. That's how they go to Gambia. They can borrow money, steal, lie, do everything, empty their bank account just to go to Gambia for holiday. They go like a sick tourist. People that are from abroad here and have money, they go and they don't show off. You will see them, the white people. It's like they have nothing and they have everything. But you that is poor, you are even on benefit, or you work part-time, or you work full-time. But how much do you get here when you work full-time? £2,000, you must be very lucky. You pay your bills, it's finished. How much left? But they go in there sewing up. Yeah, it's so hot. It's so hot. Drinking water, wearing sunglasses, sewing up, changing clothes all the time, giving everybody money unnecessarily. And the youngsters, the youths are looking at them like, oh my God, I want to be like this. That's why the youths are doing this. This is serious. Anyway, so when this man brought me here, then, the thing just did not work. After I got the visa, it took a while for him to even send me the money for the flight because he don't have the money. Then I have to buy the flight. I have to contribute to the money to book my flight, and I cross. When I arrived here, the first thing I arrived here, I was screaming in the flight. Not screaming, but I was scared. I remember after I arrived here, over the years me going, I never have a bad flight like that. I don't know why. That flight was so bad and shaky, and that was my first time. I was like, whoa, I'm gonna die. I cannot even reach to the UK. What's the point of this? I didn't say that out loud, but I was saying that in my head. And I was like, Subhanallah, la ilaha illallah, and stuff like this. And even some people that were traveling before me, they do say that, Amy, yeah, you are right. This flight is very scary. Some were also scared, but I've not seen anyone that was scared like me around my area. I think maybe I was the only person that never flied on my area. I don't know. Now I'm thinking. I remember I was next to one guy who was very nice. He kept holding my hand, telling me, you'll be fine. Is this your first time? I said, yes. He was like laughing. He was like, yeah, but this flight is rough though. But sometimes it's like this. So when we arrived, it was so cool. Ice. I remember I was touching the ice like this from the airport. Because normally here when you arrive, the airport is just, the airport here, the way they build it, you don't touch the ground for the most part. That was the first time that I touched the ground, I think. Yeah, that was Edinburgh Airport. I remember. Normally in Manchester and stuff, you don't touch the ground. You just go straight to those, those things that, that connect with the plane. But when I arrived here at Edinburgh Airport, it was so cold that I have, and even there when I arrived in the UK, it was cold. But when I arrived here, I was touching the ice like this because you have to then walk from the plane to the inside the airport, and checking. I was touching the ice and I was asking people, is this real ice or is it fake ice? They said to me, yes, it's real ice. I'm not married right now, no. Because now I know myself, I know my word over the years. I did a lot of research and reading and getting knowledge and healing with my childhood trauma. I finally know my word. And now all these men are after me and I'm trying to figure out which one or who. A lot of my community people don't know their word, don't know how to love no one. That's the reality. They can only love you for 2 days or 6 months if you are lucky, or 1 year. Not all, but a lot of them. Doesn't matter man or woman, by the way. Anyway, so when I arrived here, then the thing continued. The refusing sex continued, and stuff. I did not stay long with him. I only stayed with him for about 2 months and he kicked me out. Because then he said to me, Amy, you cannot be cooking here every time. Even though when I cook, he liked it, especially when I cook chicken and rice. He will love it and eat it. But he will tell me, don't cook here all the time. I don't cook all the time. It's expensive for the bills. Also, the house is gonna smell food. That's where I got that from. I'm like, you are right. Because in Africa, I come from a poor family. We don't have a kitchen in the house. Our kitchen is outside. Lobugu. Charger. So when we cook outside, you leave all the smell there. But here you cook inside. And he never liked the smell of me cooking. He said to me that the house is gonna smell like a restaurant. I remember he used to hate it. When I shower in the morning and evening, because in Africa I'm used to showering morning and evening because of the heat. And when I'm cold, he never had a shower. He used to have a bath. But when I'm cold, I will go in the bath in the morning and evening just to warm myself and to feel fresh. And he used to tell me that that's good, that's expensive, don't ruin my bills. Everything I do, when I put the heater on, he said that's expensive. When I pray, he said don't do that, you know, this is not a Muslim house. Whatever I do, because he was angry that I refuse him sex, I don't love him, and I'm here. It's quite annoying. He's right, to be honest. Now I'm thinking. He told me that when we go out, you don't like me to touch you. You don't like me to kiss you. Even in the house, the same. Amy, you don't love me. Why are you with me? And you say you love me, you're lying. I said, what the hell? I love you. You're crazy. So then he kept getting drunk. He was ready for me. He said to me that my workplace, when I took you there, they told me that I shouldn't marry you. I'm sick because you're too young and beautiful for me. And that you only marry me to come to UK. But I think they are right. It's my mistake, Amy. I shouldn't marry you. But now I want to buy you ticket. You go back. I'll come and we stay in Gambia when I'm retired. He was going to be retired in the next 4 or 5 years. No, in the next 3 years then. Oh, definitely less than 5 years, I remember. Which means he was 61 or 62, I don't know. Because the retirement was like 65 then. Anyway, so then he said to me that you don't love me. If you love me, you will definitely agree for you to go. And I'll buy you ticket, you go. I said to him, I'm not going. He said, why? I said, I already come all the way here. You marry me and you're sending me back. People will be laughing at me. He's like, but you don't want me, Amy. So why you want to stay here? You just come here for UK or for me? I said to him, I need a job. He said to me, I know, that's what you come here for. To work, not to be with me. I said to him, I need a job. He refused to take me to get a job. I start going on the bus. When he go to work, I go in the bus, go outside, go in the bus, and I don't know where I'm going. I'm always lost in the bus, but I have the address on paper. When I saw the bus drivers, they tell me I don't know the address, and I'm crying. People in the bus will direct me, tell me, go on here, get a bus here, tell the bus you're getting off this street. Some of them will write for me. I have my notebook and my pen in my bag. Crying on the street like mad. He said to me, you're going. I said, I'm not going. So I went looking for job everywhere, and I get a job in one of the restaurants as a dishwasher, you know, like washing dishwasher. Turu. Washing the dishes, what's the word? I can't remember. Pottering, you know. And then I get a job first. The first one I got both of this job like within a month. I was doing 2 jobs. He was like, what the hell? The first one I got is I braid people hair. So because I was looking for job, I went to restaurants and hotels, just say, hello, I'm looking for job, cleaning or whatever, you know, just whatever. They must be like, what the hell? And some telling me go online. I'm like, what the hell is that? So then, when I met one of the women at the bus stop, one African woman, she have really crazy braids, yeah. And I said to her, who braid your hair like this? I can braid better. Take my number. I know she must be like, what the hell? She was like, are you sure? I said, yes, I'm from Gambia. I just arrived in this country. I'm very good hairdresser. I'm a very good hairdresser. That's what I do my whole life. Yes, please, sister, call me. And then she called me 2 days later or something. I braid her hair really perfect. You know, newcomers. I remember it was £50 or something she paid me. But if you want that braid now, you have to pay £100 or more. Never I do that hair for £50. But then I didn't know nothing. I was like, this £50 is a lot of money. So I braid her hair really good all day. She went out. Everybody was asking for my number. And this man is like, what the hell? My house is not a salon. You're braiding hair everywhere, cooking and going crazy. And you don't even have sex with me, Amy. You're taking over my life. You're going. He was going mad. So he kept throwing my stuff out, drag my suitcase outside. Effing Black Bee, get back to the jungle where you belong. You effing, you don't love me, you're a user. You came here for better life, I don't want to use the name. that he uses, and he will go and get drunk, call me name. I was like, what the hell? I'll call my mom, and he's like, you're not speaking your language here. I need to know what you're talking about. Oh my God, it was a nightmare, guys. I was crying, just going crazy. So then I have a salon job because one of the women that I braid her hair, I don't know whether it's the first one. I think it's the first one, but I can't remember which one. So meet one lady who have a salon then. The salon was in Lidwalk called Dark and Lovely. Some of you that live in Edinburgh will know that salon. That salon closed long time ago, and the owner of the salon was a Zimbabwean woman called Alison. And there was one Nigerian girl that was working there called Fever. And then she asked this woman, who braid your hair? This is so beautiful. And she said, one Gambian girl gave my number, and the woman called me and said, come and work for me. And I told my husband that I have a job that time, you know. He was like, job where? I said, in a salon. You've been looking for a job without me knowing. I'm like, yeah. See, I told you this is what you come here for. You don't come here for me. Amy, I want you to go to the council. They'll give you a house. And you can go and walk, no problem. But don't stay here with me and you don't love me. You're driving me crazy. And you're cooking and braiding and just going crazy, taking over my house. I said, because then people tell me when you go, you don't have your visa. I was like, no, I love you. I cannot go. I'm going to stay here. He's like, Amy, you're such a hypocrite. You don't love me. Why are you crying and stuff? You just want your visa or what? I'll give you visa. Just go, please. I was like, what the hell? I cannot go now. And then he's like, oh my God, it was a nightmare. He was like, Amy, why are you doing this, you know, shouting? And then, you know, Africa, how you have this attitude of when you're angry, when the person is talking, you're just like. So one day he was talking and I'm just watching the TV, like, and he just took the remote and smashed it on the TV. Anyway, I have a lot of story time for this man that I can make, you know, for us to learn and laugh from. But to cut it short, in that salon that I was working, I met my children dad there, the Nigerian guy. The one that come back with the karma. He also was marrying me for visa and liar, cheater, and was taking my money. I don't even have money, but the small money I have. So he did worse, and I have 2 children with him. Is that not worse than what I did to this old man? So karma is real, guys. It's true. Karma is very real. When you marry to people that you don't want, or you blackmail people for money, for love, your day is coming. But why people are doing it? Because the adults who already did it, they will not come out and tell you the truth. They are same. That's why you, the young people, are doing it. A lot of you come from family members or friends who are doing this, and they have their karma, but they cannot come out like this and warn you. That's why you're doing it. But your karma is coming. Especially if you go hunting for the person like this person did. So anyway, guys, I only stay with that guy for about less than 3 months or 3 months minimum, and the police have to take me away from there because he was threatening that if I don't go, he will kill himself. And they told me that he have a history. The police told me that he have a history of violence, so they have to take me away because for my own safety, because he might kill me before he kill himself or something, you know. So then they took me away, and I was lucky because he was honest. He said to the police that I shouldn't marry this girl. The whole thing is, I did it out of revenging this person that I went to Gambia with, and she married somebody else and, you know, left me. So I got angry and went for revenge to look for a younger wife too. I shouldn't do that. This woman don't love me. I'm too old for her, and she just need to come to the UK, and that's it. But I shouldn't marry her. So because he said that, I was lucky, and the government gave me my permanent visa, and that's the truth. I was lucky. He was honest. He shouldn't marry me, that's the truth. He know what he did. I shouldn't marry him too. But because he's older and he's in UK, he's the one that, you know, should be more, he knows that I'm poor, you know, and I'm in Africa and stuff like this. He's the one that flying over, you know, for younger person or whatever. So I was lucky they gave me my permanent visa straight away. But what happened with this woman? Let me come back to her story. Us that are abroad here, why we still get abused online for fake love? Like this woman meet this man online. The man have a white man profile, nice design profile. Start talking to her, sending her flowers even, You know how they ask you for your date of birth, try to know information for you so they can send you flowers, gift, and just try to tell you I love you every morning and stuff like this. Lot of African men are very romantic because they're fake. Lot of African men are not romantic at all in real life. They hate romantic in real life. Not all. Some are very romantic. But a lot of African men hate romantic in real life. They don't even know how because they don't come from a romantic home. A lot of African men come from a home that the father is very strict. You scam someone and yeah, I scam him and he scammed me too because he was old. I don't want to call it scam because he was way old. He was like 60 or more. I think 61 or something, I remember. Definitely 61 that time. And I was 24. And he fly all the way to Gambia to find me or anybody else. So he was looking for somebody to scam because of poverty, to take advantage of, which is also a scam. And I also did not know my self-worth. Just like these young people don't know their self-worth. That's why now they have to end up in prison for stupid scam money online. To bam bam. No, he couldn't make love to me at all. He was too old and his thing cannot work, cannot even get up, and he's just, it was a nightmare. I hated it to do anything with him. He liked to play then, and I don't like playing then because I was new to playing then. Not like now. I would love to have a man that love playing. Subhanallah, this is Ramadan, guys, and I'm fasting. But then I also, no, just really bad experience. Just leave it there. So anyway, guys. And I just don't feel nothing for him. So even when he tried to do anything, touch me, I was like, just like I have a headache or whatever, lying, Anyway, Africa, they train you to lie to survive as well. Because when you're young, when you tell your parents the truth, they beat you. So you have to learn to lie when you're young in Africa to survive. If not, you die. And then when you grow up, you see the consequences. Then you have to learn to tell the truth. And that's very hard. That's why a lot of people don't learn it. They just continue lying. Anyway. So what happened is, when this man, when this woman, made this profile, this young man, and he made a white man that is older than his age, so he can target the older women. Because some older women online, they know that they don't have to go for young white man or young black man because that might be scam. So then the scammers, they have to put a profile picture with an older white man, like somebody look like 50, nice looking 50-year-old white man and stuff. They're lying. It's not them. Or nice 40, 45-year-old looking man. It's not them. It's like 20-year-olds or younger behind the camera. For the most part. And then they go and email this lonely white woman. They sound very sad and be like, hi, hello, good morning, or whatever, and start conversation. So when he start talking to this young woman, this older woman, and start talking to this older woman, start sending her flowers even and giving her gift. Because a lot of these scammers, they are abroad here. Some are in Africa, but some are abroad here too. But some are in Africa. Doing their job, or wherever they're doing their job, from India or wherever. It's not just Africans that are doing this now. Even some white people do it. I saw some black people doing it more, I think. According to what I saw in the videos, but some white people do it too more. Anybody can do it. By the way, I'm very forward and I'm very African. When I say black, white, it doesn't mean that I'm racist or anything. It's just we are black and other people are white. That's nothing. It's up to you how you're going to see it if you're too sensitive. By the way, if you're too sensitive in this life now, I'm begging you to not do that. You're going to suffer a lot. Simply because this life is so effing miserable now for sensitive people to survive. So I'm just advising you, if you are too sensitive, I rather advise you to not do that if you want to survive in this world now. If not, every day you're going to be miserable because people are effing like worse than me and going crazy. Anyway, so yeah, and then after all of this, then after all of the emails and stuff, after all of this that happened with me, this woman's story. So this woman's story, the young black man make a profile that is like an older white man to meet the woman, and then start emailing her and stuff like that. And this man have 80 something, according to the news. It's 81 or something like that. All the white women in Australia, not just her. And the money they're using it to buy designer shoes, designer perfume. The problem with African is that after Africans do anything horrible for money, they never use their money for anything good. This is the most painful part. After Africans do all the stupid things for money, borrow money even, just do the effing whatever, they never use their money for anything good. They always use it for clothes and going out and stupid stuff. What's the point? Just what's the point? It's because of the pain they carry, the pain we carry, the pain people traumatize us when we're young. That's why the brain is effing rotten. Thank you so much. So what happened is, yeah, just to show off like a stupid idiot and then end up in prison or end up having all this karma. So what happened is, after this woman, start talking to the man showing her love, sending her flowers online. Of course, you can buy flowers online and they post it. These people can even engage you online. I know a woman when I was new here. It's not new, but it was like when I was 5 years here or so. I met one of the women that I used to braid her hair. She's mixed race. And she also went to Nigeria for a fake love. She went to Nigeria for fake love. She was like my age then. Then I was not 40. Then she was my age, single mother. She met somebody online who have a nice white man picture. And she's the African man in the Nigerian black man. And she said that she worked in the Nigerian embassy. This is real life story. I don't want to mention the lady's name. He said, that he worked in the Nigerian embassy, that giving people visa and stuff. And he's lying. And he said, and he was talking to the woman on the phone. But I asked the woman, why you don't understand the Nigerian accent? The woman said, well, then people don't have WhatsApp and, direct call. It was like call, or Skype or something. But they were talking on call only. Not like... So she said that the man have an English accent mixed with Nigerian accent. But the man was telling her that because he worked in the embassy there for years, going to UK, coming back. That's why he catch up the Nigerian accent. What type of excuse is that? No matter how long a white man stay in Africa, the white man accent will never change. That's like me, no matter how long I stay here. My Gambian, Senegalese accent will never change when I'm talking. I can never talk so-called perfect English that you will not know this woman is African. Even some Africans that choke themselves to not be African because they assume of who they are. They try to talk like a white person and stuff. You can tell still that they're African or something. Why are you trying to change yourself? Anyway, so when this woman did this, when this man did this to this woman, this man sent this woman engagement ring. That's why I bring this woman to the story. Listen, this man post this woman engagement ring from Nigeria. Not this woman's story there. The woman that I'm telling you about. Hey, I'm speaking Nigerian now. The woman that I'm telling you about. I can't speak Nigerian. The woman that I'm telling you about right now that I bring, that I know, that live here in Edinburgh. The woman went to Nigeria because the man sent the woman engagement ring from Nigeria on the post. And she took the ring and opened the envelope and wear it. This is serious. Because a lot of us, the women, we are heartbroken from our exes. We need love. But we have to be careful. Love is not something that you just pick it, like an apple. No. A lot of people don't know how to love anyone. They can't even love themselves. Doesn't matter what color they are. Especially Africans. All of us Africans have to learn how to love. We've not been raised to love. And a lot of Africans don't want to hear it because they're not real. Yes, I'm in Scotland. So what happened is, after that man sent the engagement ring, I'm only laughing because she was lucky. For her, I don't know if she sent money. I don't think so. But I think it's just the stuff that she bought. I remember she told me she bought a whole suitcase full of gifts. Because then, listen to this. When he then send the engagement ring plus all the emotional phone calls and all the love talk and all the whatever, to convince her for a couple of months. And then they agreed that she will go and visit him at the Nigerian embassy. So when she was going, the man said, I want you to buy me this kind of size, give her the size of trousers, jeans, and the size of tops, and tell her what place to go, and even email her some pictures of the clothes he want from what shop, and tell her, I need you to buy 5 pairs of this one, 4 pairs of this one, 3 pairs of this one, boxers, this, that, deodorant, everything, like a shopping from heaven. Whole suitcase, 2,000 pounds or something like this. Lot of money she spent, I remember. And the man said, don't worry, keep every receipt of what you buy. The moment you arrive here, I give you back your money. The man said he wanted iPad. I think that was the first generation iPad then. It was new. Something like this, even phone or something, just lot of stuff. And say, keep all the receipt. When you arrive here, I give you all your money. And the woman spent all her pennies to buy that. The woman was self-employed. Leave her children here. They were older. I think the younger one was like less than 10. The rest were older. Went to Nigeria. When she went to Nigeria, she was very lucky. The people who work in the airport, very forward like me, they saved her life. The man come to the airport to pick her. The man is a black man. And lie that that's his driver. That's not his driver, that's him. Anyway, the woman why she was lucky also is the fact that she need a visa to get into the Nigeria. Nigeria, they said you need a visa. I don't think Gambia is like that. Well, I'm Gambian, I don't know, because I will not need it, obviously, but I don't think Gambia tourist people need visa to get in. But Nigeria, you need visa to get in. When she get there, they tell her you have to get a visa. She was like, what? I did not know about this. She said, then she start thinking, how come this man don't tell me this? Because this man work in the embassy about visa, doing visa stuff. How he did not know that I need a visa to enter his, the country he is in. I think she said, the people work in the airport tell her, how come you don't know this? Do you not know anybody in Nigeria to tell you this? Like who you coming here for? What you coming for? Because they every time have scammers. And I am sure they don't want that. So they try to save the scammers too. People who work there, salute them, the immigration. So they ask her, who you coming to see? How come you don't know you need a visa? She said, I'm coming to meet my fiancé who work in the embassy here. His name is da-da-da. And they just look at each other and start laughing, Africa. She was like, what happened? They're like, what the hell? Never, you are scammed. She was like, what happened? And she said, no, I'm not scammed. They said, call your fiancé. She called, and the driver answered again. The driver, she said, still have the same voice like this man that he was talking. She was talking to the whole time, but the voice slightly changed to be a driver voice now, yeah. This is sad and embarrassing, man. So she said, she then began to think. And then she called, she said, I want to speak to the guy. And then the driver said, the guy give me his mobile so you can talk to me so I can take you to him because now he have a job. There's a job that he have. He's busy. Something come up. He's very busy in the embassy. He cannot leave to come and pick you. Look at this. And the people say, you see, he's the driver. The driver is the man. She was like, no, I'm dreaming. They said, yeah, the driver is the man. So then the driver come to pick up the stuff and her. Listen to this. But the driver was not arrested. I was like, this would have arrested him. So when the immigration people tell the woman, this driver is your man, is your fiancé. She said, no. They said, yes. That's why he's lying that now he's busy from nowhere. That's why this driver is telling you that this man is busy from nowhere and this man sent him to pick you. Because if this man was really busy, this man will pick you no matter what. Because this man know you are in the plane coming and you talk to him just before you board the plane. From nowhere now. Couple of hours later you arrive in Nigeria and he cannot pick you again. And she said, you're right. And to be honest, this guy voice looked like him, but it's slightly changed. They said it exactly is him. We every day have case like this. And they said, what happened? How do you met him? He said, she explained online, and they said, they question her, and they say, and when they find out she buy all this thing for him, they're like, ooh, it's a scammer, you're lucky. This man just wanted shopping from UK and even to use you as well. And I wonder, she might have get killed or something if she went with that man. Who knows what was going to happen to her? And then listen to this. The driver called again. I'm here. Huh? The person said that we should go together. And she said that I cannot go with you because the immigration people say I don't have visa to get in. So I have to go back or something like this. Or to get a visa. I don't know. Something like this. And then he said, the person said, then give me the suitcase. Let me take it for him. Let me give him the suitcase, the stuff you buy. The woman said no. And the woman is looking at, cannot see her because the woman, the driver, he tried to come in, to see the woman where the woman is. To take the suitcase. But he couldn't get in because, the woman was somewhere, The woman was seeing the driver, knowing fully well that this is not a driver, this is my partner. How painful is this? But the immigration did not arrest the man. I don't know. Maybe because he's lying, he's the driver, and Africa, they just... And maybe they feel like the woman did not lose a lot of money or whatever. So the woman was so angry, and sad, crying, and come back with the stuff. She was lucky she had the stuff. But that happened to somebody I know and met who live here. These things are real. They do it to black people too. You know what they do to black people? Especially black people in Africa or African community. They will use women, another woman profile picture, and they will message you on Facebook or Instagram or even here, just to get hold of you, any platform. When they get hold of you, they try to do romance with you. And they try to have your private part. When they have it, they're gonna tell you to pay them a lot of money, or they're gonna expose it in the black community. And they know that the black community, they're bullies. So when they expose it, everybody will share it and bully you. So they're making a lot of money from that too. Even in Senegal, recently, one of the cases happened, something like that happened with one famous TikToker from Senegal. Somebody scam him and tell him, if you don't sue me, they meet on Facebook and stuff like this. And the woman put another woman profile picture that is not her. That woman came out crying, the woman that they put her picture. It's not her. She's a famous woman who lives in Cote d'Ivoire. They use her profile picture to scan one famous TikToker that lives in Senegal and say that you have to give me this amount of money now or I'm going to expose your video. After they did, intimate video online, with the Facebook call. Something like that, either Facebook or WhatsApp call. They did intimate, And this person did not show their face. This person is somebody in Senegal or somewhere, but she have a Senegal voice, so she might be in Senegal. And she will ask these people to pay them a lot of money. Or she will expose their videos to the internet and people will share it and laugh at them. Expose it to every WhatsApp group. And they also have a platform that they share those videos at. Everybody can go there and watch it if they want. I'll never watch that platform. I don't want to watch it. My internet don't even watch porn. My internet cannot go online to type in any porn. It's banned. I told the company to ban it because I have children. So, and I don't want to, go online searching for stuff like that. Thank you so much, guys. So what happened is, scammers are all over the world using love. Not long ago in Gambia, about a year ago or less than a year, it's definitely over a year now, I think, or less than a year. Yeah, it's definitely over a year now, yeah. But it's not up to 2 years. One famous Gambian politician was also scammed on Facebook by a fake woman who have like a light skin, like either a white woman or some light skinned woman, email him on Facebook and they're talking. But this man is married. Why is married people doing this? Happily married, beautiful wife and everything. And this man wanted to be a president, by the way, very famous man. I always tell our men to stop their weakness. A lot of them are very weak and love women, sex and food only. This is why Africa will not develop. Sex and food, nothing else. Sex, food, and clothes, so off. Nothing else. This is why your children are doing all of this nonsense. How you don't know this? Anyway, a lot of Africans are like this. Sex, food, and clothes. That's why, it's effing mess up. So when these people, this person, scam this woman, but this person, I am sure they're also African or something. Some of these Africans or people who are not African and they're scammers, like some Indians and other people are also included. Even some white people do it, by the way. I watched some documentary with white people, but I am sure it's mainly poor people, poor countries that do it more. What was I saying? So when they scam this man, some of them work with the woman. And this woman, their job is just to show their private and, thingy, for you to thingy and they record. That's just their job and done. And they pay them for that lot of money. And they continue the job, the man. The man they'll tell this other man, I got the video. So that's it. You want the whole world to see it or you want to pay this amount of money? But you know what the problem is there? Because a lot of the community is a bully. The bullying is in the community is very damaging. That's the reality. Everyone should learn to stop it. I'm not saying I'm the best. Because I've been bullied from a young age, from my underage marriage, which is not my fault. I've been bullied so much that I have to learn how to get back at people. And I know I have to change the way I talk. But these people are evil. I don't talk like that. They use what you've been through that is not your fault. Things like your childhood trauma or sexual abuse when you are a child to bully you. But they can bully you for everything. So because the community is a bully, these people don't want their videos out. Because the community, when they bully you the next 1500 years, they bully your children and your grandchildren for the same issue. That's how sickening this community is. So, because it's like this, when these men are caught, or women, and ask them for money, but they target men more. African men, they target them more. They know that when they ask them for money, if not the whole African community will see the video. They know that if they go to the police station for the police to arrest this man, most likely even the police station might talk to somebody about it. The police people might tell somebody about it and somebody will tell somebody until the whole word will come out. But at least they're not going to see the video. They will just hear about the gossip. Because African police, a lot of them gossip too, not all of them, but some of them are not professional to gossip. I know even in the West, some police, they gossip. Humans are not professional, they just fake. That's the reality. A lot of people that are not allowed to talk about their work, they do talk about it, sadly. Not everybody, but they will be like, oh, today at work, happened. Person coming for crime. And then if you say that to your wife or your friend, they might go and say to somebody else also, and then somebody else, especially if that person is famous. This can lead to why people don't want to go and report this crime to the police. Because all they need to do is to report. This is how they got this guy. I'll tell you how they got him. Because this woman report the crime to the police, after the man scammed them, after the man saw her love, and stuff, and then the man asked her to borrow her 19 or 90. I think it's 90, not $19,000, something like this for some project, some sickening, whatever stories, I don't know whether the money was either 19,000 at first. Different couple of money maybe that lead to the 90,000, not just maybe bomb 90,000. I just don't know. But you can hear her mention $90,000, 100%. The video is there. If you go 60 minutes, the platform is called 60 Minutes Australia. Exposing Nigerian online love scammers, 60 Minutes Australia. This video is post 5.5 million views. This video is post 2 years ago, but you can see new ones there. I am so they're all over. So when this woman been scammed, she reported to the police. She was not ashamed of it, and because she reported, the police the man then blocked her. Listen to this. After the man got the money and everything, the man then blocked her from the website where they meet and just from everywhere. Then the police have to work with this woman and tell her what to do. This woman have to create a new profile with somebody else to be a scammer herself as well. And when looking for this man and the profile picture that this man used, because these people, they use those profiles for different people. The man have 80 plus Australian women list. The police find out everything on his phone, not just that woman. So when the woman went looking for him on the online website where they met, she found him and sent him a message. Hi, hello. Start talking to him. And he was like, easy target. Stupid woman messaging me. How dare you? And then they start talking. And then, they did the same game again. Start romancing her again, even, and then ask for money again, And then the woman said, no problem, talk to the police this time. The police went to deliver the money. That's how they get them. Africa, anybody that is scamming you for love and tell you that after they have your thingy, your private thingy, and they tell you that if you don't pay me, I'll expose it. The only thing you need to do is tell them, okay, I'm paying you, but you have to send the police to pay them. You have to involve the police. So when you're paying them, when they're collecting the money, the police will be there. Doesn't matter where they're going to collect it. Especially if they're going to collect it from a Western Union or any of these sending money companies. It's easy for the police to be there. They can contact that whole city that you send the money to. Their Western Union, all their brands, doesn't matter what company it is, to tell them, if this person name come here to collect the money, do not hand them the money without us. If this person arrive to collect the money, contact your nearest police station to come and arrest this person. It's very easy. That's how they do it. So when the person arrived there, the police, they will contact the police and they will try to delay them, like tell them the system is slow or whatever, wait, whatever, And 2 minutes later, the police will be there and that's it. The deal is done. They catch the person. Or they catch the person who sent them. Because who they sent. Because a lot of them send somebody. For example, this person sent a teenage person to go and collect the money. Just look at this. A teenage person, you're getting them involved with this thing. They send a teenage person to collect the money. And the police they take a chance there. They say they do not want to arrest the teenage person. Because doing that might also make the person run away. So they take a risk, they said, and say that, I cannot hand over this money. It's a lot of money. It's $20,000 or something. I cannot hand it over to this person. This person look young. I need you to come and take your money or we will go. This person sent us to give you this money. Send me to give you this money. Something like that. Because that money was supposed to be from some project, something like this. And then the man stupidly agreed, to meet them. The young man. For them to meet in a hotel or somewhere, I don't know where. And they arrest him. And the other man he was with, the video is there. That's the one I showed you guys. But because us black people don't like to go to police when things like this happen. They are ashamed of going to police. You will have African wife that your husband beat you, abuse you, and you're ashamed to go to police. Or you want to go to police and people tell you don't go to police. I don't know why we do that. The police, they're here to save you, to protect you. They're not your enemy. Why are you afraid to go to them? I don't know. These young people that are doing this, they have to stop. Some young girls do it too. They do it to older people, older white guys, or just older men in general, or just guys in general. Some girls do it, some boys do it, some men do it, some women who are not young do it. But it's mainly younger people who are like 20 to 30. But some people who are 40 and above, they do it too. But it's mainly from 20 to 30 that are more into this scamming thing. But some people 40 more, they're doing this. Hello, I'm good, thank you. Simply because people that are adults, they're not going to come out and tell them the reason why they shouldn't do it. For example, now, these young people, they're going to go to prison. Only God knows how long they're going to stay there. And that is going to be on their record forever. Their children will know about it, that their father went to prison for scamming online love. And the videos are out there. No money is worth this. lot of us, the Africans, our parents bring us up just to look for money anyhow and to be successful anyhow. They don't care how we make it. Because they'll tell you, look at this person, children grow up and buy them this house and give them this life. I pray me too, my children will grow up one day and give me nice life. They will say that and you hear it. They say it right in front of you guys. Keep tapping the video. I'm going to go soon even. Because this is Ramadan. I don't want to finish all my energy screaming here. And because the community legalized, normalized people doing all the wrong thing, from selling drugs to selling themselves to doing whatever for money, and nobody is talking about it enough, the children don't see the harm. You know, the young people don't see the harm in it. Which country it is? This happened, the one I was saw in the video happened in Australia, but recently in Senegal it happens too, different version, and in Gambia it happens, you know, the one I explained. And it's a lot in Gambia, by the way, not just that guy. Senegal too is a lot, it's rampant. This case that I explained is rampant in Senegal. So, I know these people have to stop, but they're not going to stop because they make money from it. People who make money from what they're doing, they'll never stop. You have to know how to stop. They will not stop because that's how they make money. They're too used to making money the lazy way. People who are used to making money the lazy way, they'll never stop if they're not lucky until they end up in prison. That's when they'll stop. That's how bad it is to make money the lazy way. It's the worst thing. Anyone that making money the lazy way, the wrong legal way, you are your own enemy. And you're going to lock yourself any day. I forget to post the soup. It's here. I record it all. I record the small videos. No, I did not even forget. I tried to post it last night, but it has some music in it. I don't know why. Some music from TikTok in my video, and you can't hear what I'm saying. Let me see if I can post it. So I stopped. What the hell? What is this? This crazy video on TikTok, guys. So, yeah, I cooked the soup. It's very nice. That's what I'm having again today. I'm not even cooking today because of that. The children don't eat it. The children will not eat it. I don't know. Fatu might eat it. My son, no. Never. A soup with cow food. You see the music? I don't know how to take out this music. I'm explaining what I put there. And you cannot hear it. How do you take out this music? Oh my God, this is a nightmare. And when I take it out, then you cannot hear me talk. This is the problem with it. Unless I can just quickly say, you know, talk with my voice. Oh, this is crazy. And I was telling them whatever I was doing, you know, in the video. Anyway, I'll see what I'm gonna do. I'll post it. But it's because of the Ramadan. I'm even taking some of the food videos I have, because I noticed that I have a lot of food video and people are fasting, looking at it, and they might just be more hungry, for the ones that like food like me. So yeah, what was I'm saying? So yeah, guys, so the fact that people using people to scam them all over the world now, especially in the black community. I know other people that are not black, they do it too, but I'm focusing on my community, you know. The root cause of it is the fact that we have a lot of children that are neglected by their parents, especially the fathers, who get anyone they come across, they get anyone pregnant. They don't think about the child future. They marry you and knowing fully well that they cannot be good husband, loyal and kind, loving, and they still get you pregnant and continue to get you pregnant and asking you to get pregnant. Not all, but a lot of them do. And then they marry you, and when they do bad and you're talking, instead of them to change, they divorce you and call you dramatic, complain woman, ami joke woman. That's me, you know. Talking and complaining woman, not good at all. You should shut up and just take the pain. You try to condemn the pain, how dare you, you're not good. So they divorce you and you're left with the children. And you grow up, people beating you and traumatizing you. And then when you're an adult, they're still abusing you. taking advantage of you still, you're going to be so hot. And if you're not careful, you continue getting angry and beating your children. A lot of African mothers beat their children every day, and I told them to stop, and they're not going to stop. They insult me for telling them that. They hate me for telling them that, and call me mad, knowing fully well that I'm far from mad. They will never stop beating their children because they're too heartbroken. And they don't know how to raise children because that's how they raise. And they think that's fine. And they say that me, I'm fine. I've been beaten and I'm fine. You are not fine. I'm not fine. Nobody's fine that is beaten. Just because you're breathing doesn't mean you're fine. Far from it. That's the truth. Look at yourself and your behavior. Look at how you gossip. How you compete with each other, buying stuff that you cannot afford. How you screaming and beating your children, strangling them to death and going crazy. How you fine like that? Look at how you bleach your skin. Look at all the things you're doing. How you fine like that? How you don't know that's not fine? Who told you that's fine? So because the African community don't want to listen to their problem, because the problem is too painful for them to listen to, they just run away from it and just dance and eat, So they will never, do what they should do that will stop this scamming or abusing yourself, or drug, alcohol, stealing, marrying somebody you shouldn't marry, dating people, husbands, just going crazy. All of this madness that is going on in the Black community. Every community have their madness there. I'm just talking about where I'm from. That's what I know most. And that's what concerns me most for now, for certain talk. But I'm not saying this because we are the only bad community. No. Every community has their rubbish. No community is perfect. I'm saying this because whenever I talk, people are like, oh, you're talking like our community is not good. You're negative. And they're lying. I'm not negative. Me, if I was negative by now, I'm getting drunk, smoking, opening door for men coming to sex me and going crazy. Because I have a lot of stress from growing up until now that I'm fighting with. It's getting there, but I'm still strong. That's why I'm like this, sober and hoping for the better. Negative person don't believe the better. So they just give up and effing ruin their life. So how are you telling me negative just because I'm telling the truth? Thank you, guys. So it's like that. The community is amazing. People are beautiful, kind and loving. But you cannot even see it because of the trauma and the fact that we're raised. Our mothers are kind and loving, and they're also miserable and wicked at the same time for the most part. Can like strangle you in 1 minute, and the next minute they're like, oh, But some of them don't even really know how to show you love, like cuddle you or just make you feel like a human the whole time, But they kind of protect you in a way, It's weird and complicated, but it's not the best way. And that's the reality. Doesn't mean that we don't love them or we don't respect them. It's just we see the results of the job now. The results is here. So when you see the results, you think about why the results are like this. If you're honest, you don't just be like, okay, these results are not good, but let's not talk about why it's like this. No, that's not, that's not kind and loving. You doing that doesn't mean that you love your, like your people. That's why you don't want to say the wrong that they did. That's just you being hypocrite and not ready to help your community. The wrong comments. So it's like that. So people that are online and scamming people, you have to recognize them and don't allow it. And the only way for you to not allow it is for you to learn how to love yourself so much that you're comfortable on your own until you meet this miracle partner that we all wish for. You meet somebody online and they try to talk to you and they're just jumping and talking inappropriate talk, especially when you never see their face. Definitely don't show them your private part. These scammers that I told you about, the one that last happened in Senegal and that profile picture that the person using, a lot of men come out and say that profile picture did contact them And she will start talking to them, you know, for a couple of days or something. And she will just call them and just put the camera on the private part. But the whole time she's talking to them, they never see her like this in reality, like a camera call. Never. Apart from the profile picture, you're not seeing her. And then the next minute, she'll just call you and put her camera on her private part and start telling you, if you're man enough, let's do this. How is that real? So why the community cannot validate sex and know who to do it with or when to do it is because the way we are raised. Because a lot of people in the community don't teach their children to validate sex and know how to do it and when to do it. Because a lot of people in the community give away their children to marry young. A lot of our grandparents and our mothers are married young. And a lot of us even are married young right now. Someone like me and my sisters and other people. To people that we don't want. We never even seen them. They arranged it and did it. You're telling the whole community that it's not important for the child feeling and who the child has sex with. That all lead to this. You don't know. So because a lot of these women, people don't validate their feelings. That's why when they grow up, the community and the men even will get used to not validating the woman's feeling and their manhood themselves. Because if you don't validate the woman's feeling, just because you don't validate your manhood, that's why you don't validate who to give it to. If you validate your manhood, you only give it to somebody who need it, who want it. Not somebody who don't want it because they're young and you're sexually abusing them. Either you marry them or not. You know what I mean? Men who do that, they don't have no self-love and self-dignity. Men who just sleep with anybody. Child or somebody, you know, just whoever, taking advantage of people. Even men who are sugar daddies to these young women who don't have self-love and self-validation. They have this so-called sugar daddies with older men with money. The older man with money is the most idiotic person. He have no self-love and confidence. That's why he's using his manhood to, you know, and pay money to these women and have access to them. When he can use his money to help the poor and respect himself and marry somebody around his age at least and be a human being. Why us humans come to this world to destroy? I don't know. Especially men. Men come to build and protect. That's why God give them power. They have to plan and think of how to build the community and protect it, not to ruin it every day like a stupid idiot. But we have to teach the community to love and protect themselves. When you are a woman, you love and protect yourself. You know, love scammers are many. It's not just about money like this. Some will come and marry you, especially in the black community. Men always marry you and they only want your visa, or they just want to have a house where to live and you can cook for them and they can have access to you for free. But genuinely, they know fully well that they're not kind and loving and honest. If you are not kind and loving and honest, why are you going for love? Love is for kind, loving, honest people. You have to have these three to be able to be in any relationship. You don't have them. You cannot even be having a relationship with yourself that is healthy, not to mention somebody else. Lot of men will come to you, even some women, and they know fully well that they don't have these three characters. And they will go into love. Instead of healing and learning how to have it, they will jump into the love. And they're going to treat you like someone who don't have it. And sometimes you already give them children. In the black community also, the men, even if they have children, they're going to ask you to get pregnant and have more children. A lot of them, I don't know why. They have children with their ex and they meet you and they're like, I need you to get pregnant. I'm not going to be bringing up somebody's children and what about my own children? They might not tell you that, but they talk about that. Even they say that in my videos. They say that for the whole world to hear. Like, why will I marry someone that has children? I'm just bringing up somebody else's children and the person don't want to give me my own child. Look at that wickedness. And they already have children with their exes, guys. All they need to do now is to look after those children and, you know, have a life with you. They can also support you and your children if they can. But even if they don't support your children with money, let them support these other children that they have. And your children fathers will support them too, and everybody have peace, isn't it? But no. They're going to say that if I bring any money into this house, these children gonna eat and enjoy the money. If I pay the rent, they're gonna enjoy. Anything I'm doing, they enjoy, and they're not my children. So you have to give me my own child. So at least I know that the money I'm spending here is going on my child too. That's how selfish some of these people are. You see this? And the woman will have children for you, and you still gonna abuse the woman. You know why? Because you are selfish. A selfish individual cannot love anyone. They only think of themselves only, and they're gonna betray you the day is coming. And then you're gonna still be a single mother again, or you're gonna remain there unhappy for the rest of your life. Because they're selfish. That's why they say they cannot look after these children. Even though they already have children, you have to have another child by force because they're too wicked to look after these children alone. Do you understand? It's not all of them that want children for that, but for the most part, that's why they want you to have a child when they meet you by force. And they even ask you, would you have a child again then? And you ask them, did you not already have children? Why you want more? Because I love you. Because I don't want to marry you and just not have a child with you. I would love to see our children. In reality, they stay because I don't want to bring up somebody's children alone without my child. This is wickedness. Where did the community get all this wickedness from? When you are young, people teach you how to be wicked because they beat you every day for everything. You go to school, they beat you. You come home, they beat you. Everywhere you go, they beat you, insult you, belittle you. That's where you train that that's normal to behave like that. And when you master that, you use it everywhere. You use it on love, friendship, work. Everywhere you go, you use that wickedness. It's your everyday life now, you know. That's just who you are. It's going to take years of unfolding. If it's ever going to unfold. That's why I always advise people, if you want to marry somebody with kids, love them like yours. Yes. A lot of them don't love them really, but properly, but some do so-called love them properly, but they can only love them fully if you give them children too. That's rampant in my community, guys. That's how wicked this community can be. They don't want to bring up somebody's children without their children. They call it somebody's children. And when you look after the child, you're good. The child will see you as their father. And you don't even know if the child grow up, if their father will still be alive, you don't know. And even if their father is alive, the child knows that their father is never been there for them. Because most of these children, their father is never there for them. That's rampant in the black community. Men who have children and then abandon the children with their mother. Because they've been cheating. They're not honest. They're not good. That's the majority of them. And the mother say, I don't want this anymore. Get to hell. And they get angry. And say, you're dumping me. I'll show you Pepe. Like my case and other women's case. Who the hell are you that I have to stay with you when you are an effing asshole? Subhanallah. Just because if I go, you will abandon me and with the children. You can get to hell. The children don't need you. You are the one who is going to regret. The children are going to grow up. So why should I stay with you? If you want me to stay, you have to be good. It's simple. Why you think that you're going to be doing your idiotic behavior and I have to stay? Because if I go, you're going to abandon me. A lot of women now, they're in the marriage and they're not happy because if they go, the man will abandon them. That's all. That's why they're afraid to go, nothing else. The man will never support the children when they go. The man will just jump and be like, yeah, thank God, I'm free. Where is the next woman? For my case, my ex came back a few years after, but I just couldn't take him back. After he abandoned us for years, he came back, he called again, talking to me, trying to get a relationship with me again. And I'm like, hell no. You can just look after your children, send them child support money. Come and see them. You're going to stay in a hotel. I bring them, you meet them outside or in a restaurant. I'm not going to a hotel room with you and you're not staying in my house. And he said, he wasn't happy with that. How the hell you think I'm going to be with you and you're disrespecting me? Sleeping with everybody you want, just lying and cheating and doing all the horrible stuff. And now I have to stay with you by force. Because if I leave you, you're going to, punish me for it. Or you're going to be angry that I don't love you anymore. And that I should forgive you and love you again. Who the hell are you? I forgive you so many times when I was with you. People like this, I don't understand them. You forgive them so many times, and when you have enough, they still want you to forgive them again and treat them like before. Love is very nice, but it's very delicate, more than an egg. You see a raw egg? Love is more delicate than a raw egg. Once you dropped it on a hard ground, that's it done. You should have known better. You don't have no respect for the love, whoever you are, and you ruin the love, and you expect the person to forgive you. If they don't forgive you and take you and love you again and treat you like before, then they're wicked and they're miserable. People who are like this, what is their problem? So a lot of the children, because their fathers abandon them, either their fathers get the mothers pregnant without marriage or marriage, but the father is not in the children's life for the most part. That's why the children end up doing all of these things when they're a young adult or even when they're young teenagers. Not all of them. Some have a father that is there for them, but it's not many. Most of them come from a father that, is not there for them. And that's the truth. Even the people in the in the prison cell. The black people especially. Over 70% of them have no father in their life. This is serious. And this is very seeming for us, the adults, to continue watching this. We have to talk. Yeah, it's crazy. My phone is not charged, guys. I'm gonna go soon. Back at you again. Please explain the English of Africa. What do you mean? Right back at you again. Please explain the male English of Africa. What do you mean? Male English of Africa. Speak Wolof, please. Sorry, I end up talking in English. I cannot talk Wolof now because what I explain is too much. Next time. Are they all of this character? That's the ego of African man. Yes, African men are like that. A lot of them. When you leave them, especially when you end the relationship because of their behavior, they're gonna be ready to punish you for ending it. All of this is because the way we are raised. This is why I talk about child beating, torturing children, punishing them, harsh punishment, that damage. But the African community is so blind and stubborn and wicked to listen. Because when the child did anything wrong, you're gonna torture them and punish them so much. That's why when the child is an adult, if anyone do anything they don't like, they're gonna torture them. And the karma is gonna come back to them. And the cycle keep going. You understand this? This is why people don't do that to their children. It's scientifically proven that that's how you program the child when you do that. That's why even when you are married when we are married, one little thing the other person is so angry at the other person and make sure they're not gonna have sex with them for months or whatever. Just make sure they punish them so hard for every little thing. It's so hard to marry African, especially Gambia and Senegal people. Unless if the marriage is fake, or if you met somebody who love you and they're not like that. Some of them are not like that, to be honest. But it's very hard to come across the ones that are not like that. But some of the young people, they're little okay. Because some of them don't come from that such a abusive home, or they try to copy the Western way of loving and stuff. Some of the younger people. But a lot of people like my age, 40 and stuff, they're like that. A lot of our men my age are like that. Very wicked. They're gonna be angry with me again soon. And they love women, even some younger men too. They're gonna be with you and then sneaking around. I know everybody can do that, but like I said, I'm talking about my own people. I'm gonna go soon, guys, because the phone is not charged. Jangha, hello. So it's like that. All of this is rooted from the fact that people torture them when they're young. You know, when you have a partner who is cheating and not treating you good, you know they're torturing you, right? They're torturing you. It's like they're just doing it different way. Not like the way their parents did to them growing up, but now they're doing it different way. Okay. So the parents teach them this, I swear to Allah, and they know it, but they don't want to stop. They're still doing it till tomorrow. Here in abroad, Africans abroad are still strangling their children, beating them half dead every day in abroad here, and saying that I'm correcting them, I'm hearing them. That's how I should hear them. And the one word they use that I hate the most is that even me, that's how I've been brought up. Look at me, what's wrong with me? I'm fine. You're not fine. If you're fine, you will not say what you just said. Listen to me. The moment you say that I've been through that and I'm fine, that proves that you're not fine. You're so sick. That's why you say you're fine and you've been through it. That word alone proves that you're so sick from it. Ask everybody else. That word alone proves that you're so sick from it. And you're not honest. If you're honest, you will check yourself, your behavior, your way of thinking, the way you treat people around you and stuff, and you know that you're not fine. You cannot be fine with that. Nobody can ever be naturally fine from coming from a home that people beat you the way some Africans beat their children. It's impossible. You just cannot do it. Your brain cannot allow you to be fine with it. You have to do so much work, years of work of healing that trauma and unlearning what you know. You have to change your whole pattern, the way you think, the way you talk, the way you behave. And that's going to take years. And it's so hard to do that in this community. Because the community is going to continue bullying you. They're going to continue practicing. They're part of the nightmare. So then they're not going to allow you to heal. Because then you're going to also keep practicing your part and you just keep going. So you're not going to have time to separate from it, to heal. Unless some people separate themselves from it anyway. Like, they're just like, I don't want any African friend. I don't want nothing to do with African. But if you're someone like me, I love my people. I don't want to be separated from my people. I love everyone, but I love my people. I'm proud of who I am. I don't hate who I am. And my people are me. So I cannot be separated. I don't want to separate myself from my people. Then it's harder. Because you are healing alone. You're reading books, doing research alone, having new knowledge, and they're not doing that. They're coming back at you with their madness. And you're going to keep going back at them if you're not strong. But we shall keep trying, you know, keep trying to heal, keep trying to surrender, keep trying to get better every day. Inshallah, hopefully, after a couple of years, we shall get better, yeah. I'm getting better. I'm not there yet, but I'm getting better. I can notice that. Everyone can do that. Get knowledge, read books, learn, change how you treat yourself, your children, and then gradually you will learn how to treat other people like that. But as long as you hit your children, who you love the most, you hit them, traumatize them, you definitely trouble other people. You definitely do bad gossip, bad lie, bad evil stuff to other people behind them. Because if you can do it to your own child that you say you give birth to, what about the other people? Are they better than your children? So it's not good for you. And the karma is going to come for you. Those children you give birth to them, you don't own them. They don't choose you as a parent, just like you don't choose them. You just troubling them like that. It's going to haunt you. They're crying. They have so much pain from you every time. I have to charge my phone, guys, or I have to go because the phone is not charged. You are not fine. Yeah, they're not fine. That's why they're always faking that I'm fine. Even today, this morning, I was watching some live video, some Black American live video. People saying that I've been spanked when I was young, but I'm fine. Some people saying I was beaten when I was young, but I'm fine. And the other people telling them, no, you're not fine. And they're like, no, how dare you telling me that? You're not fine. Nobody's fine, by the way. Just calm down. We're human. Just a lot of people pretend they're fine, but you don't want to know who they are inside. Whatever the hell fine is. Okay? So just calm down, put away your ego, and just breathe and be human. The community needs a lot of healing, a lot of self-love. People in general, Black or not, guys, I don't want to charge the phone because then I'll be here talking all day. So I'm going to end this live video. People in general, Black or not, if you need love, you have to be very careful. Online love. If anyone asks you for money, be careful. Anyone that, just email you online dating or Facebook randomly emailing you, you don't know them, and they just want to do inappropriate stuff, be very careful, don't do it. If it's Facebook, if they email you, if they send you friend requests and they're white, most likely they're lying. White people don't go sending people friend requests that they don't know, especially black people. Lot of white people that are normal, they don't do that. They don't go to people or another race that they don't know and just sending their friend requests. They're not desperate for friends. Their Facebook friends are for people they have school with or people they have work with or family members. They're not for strangers scrolling and just adding strangers. Lot of normal, decent white people don't do that. Any white person doing that is a fake profile or a sick person for the most part. For you to know it's fake, they go on their profile, you see that most of the time they don't have normal, decent friends, or they even changed their picture not long ago, or they don't have a lot of details and stuff. Just don't take them anyway. Don't take them. A normal, decent white person who you think will randomly change your life will not send you friend requests. They don't know you. They don't do that. They protect their life. They respect their life. They're not like some Africans do, just talking to strangers, hello, They don't do that. So, understand that a random white person cannot just send you requests and change your life. It doesn't work like that. People protect their life. This is internet. A lot of the white people know how to protect their life, the good, decent ones that have money. They're not going to do that. The ones that you think can change your life, they're not going to do that. They know scammers. They don't want some effing African man or effing African woman on Facebook and they just want you to be their friend. No, they're not desperate. So they're lying. That's not the person on the picture. Do you hear me? So if they send you it, block it and walk away. I always get some sense of stupid requests like that. Nice white man with a profile, effing scammers. I just block their entire generation. They're lying. When you go to the internet also, a lot of people have nice white man profile, they're lying. Some nice, decent white man, when you're talking to them, they know how to talk to you and they don't take nonsense. If these people talking so nicely, they're lying or they're not good white man. These two. They are white man who just want you for this and fun and to do bad video with you or something. Or they're lying, they're not even the white man. Good typical white man. You meet them online, they will talk the way they talk to you. You will know. They will not be like, hey, I love you, yeah, you're so beautiful, yeah. No, they take their time. They watch how to talk. They have manners. They watch how to talk, the decent white people. But if someone coming to you, attacking you with love, hey, I love you, you're so beautiful, hey, just know either they're bad or they're not even the person. Understand that life have no shortcut. You have to work for what you want. You have to learn to love yourself and be comfortable with being yourself on your own. Have some healthy hobbies. Make new friends that is nothing to do with love even. Have people to talk to. Go out for a walk. Get busy. Read books. Do stuff like that. You can even create a profile, if you want to talk to people, chat, normal chat, if you're bored, than going online and doing stuff with this man or women. They're lying. I'm telling you this. Here too, the people you talk to, some of them are genuine, so a lot of them are not also. So they're gonna come to you that if they like you and stuff. Be very careful also. If you're a man, the girls sending you a request, they're lying. A normal white woman will not go and sending effing sick looking black man a request. Or even if the black man look normal. A normal, decent white woman will not go sending some black guy's request on Facebook. She's not that desperate. Lot of normal, decent white women are afraid of black man to begin with. That's the reality. Because of what they see. You be afraid too. Let's just be real there. So, even when you know them at work, it's hard to get their details. Not to mention, they just randomly sending you requests on Facebook. Like a desperate idiot. Lot of white women that do that, they're not good or they're not the white woman on the picture. Are you hearing me? They either not good, they just want you for chuk, and stupid stuff, or they're not the white woman in the picture. Normal, decent white woman already have Facebook friends that are family members, friends, maybe work colleague, not random idiots just sending requests like a hopeless, desperate idiot. No. Car, yeah, I talk a lot. Everybody do something a lot. And you criticize and insult a lot. I'll block you so you don't see me a lot. Normal white woman do not go sending you Facebook requests. Guys, this video is gonna end soon because the battery is not charged. So if you see a white woman sending you Facebook requests or light skin looking, Brazilian looking, Indian looking, whatever, it's not them. Most part. If it's them, most part they might be a scammer or they just want you for whatever fun. So be very careful, don't take it. Unless you see that they're genuine, they're friend with your friends and your friends' friends, or you look at their profile, you see they look genuine. But even though, why you want to take somebody that you don't know like that? Life don't come like magic. If you want money, you have to get it. Even coming abroad here doesn't give you money. You have to still work hard, especially if you want clean money. That's why a lot of us black people in prison abroad here and have criminal records. Because you think when you cross the border, you have money. You come here, you find out you don't have no money. And you see people doing the wrong thing. What are you going to do? You're going to join them? No. Then you have to teach yourself a lesson and be like, okay, now that I know coming here alone is not enough for me to have money, I have to finally learn how to love and accept myself and change how I see money. And even understand that money alone cannot give you life to begin with. Money cannot stop you from dying, cannot stop you from getting sick, cannot stop you from getting stressed. And those are the main things that you need to live a life. Those are the main important things in your life. And money cannot stop you from, cannot help you with any of that. Some people have money and their health and their eating habit or their health is worse than the poor people who drink water and eat effing vegetable. Whoever said vegetables are expensive and stuff, they're not telling the truth. They don't want to eat it, that's why. It's very cheap to eat healthy than eating bad food, by the way. So, learn that no random person is going to magically contact you and change your life. Either they're changing your life by giving you money, or they're changing your life by giving you the love of your life, because that is also changing your life, like what this woman thought. This woman thought that this man was going to change her life. She said that in the video. Like this man was going to love her like nobody ever loved her. Because the man was talking love, you know. Real love don't come like that. It happens, but rarely. Just randomly email you and they're your dream man straight away. No. They're fake. They're fake as hell, because the good man that you need to know if you're a good woman for him too, because he also love and protect himself. Good men love and protect themselves too. So they cannot just shower you with love straight away and shower you with gifts straight away. They value themselves, they value their money, they value everything. Most of them. Unless if he's faking he's good because you're young, he's buying the love by giving you gift so you can surrender to him. And that's still not love. Genuine love that the person is around your age and the love is genuine and healthy. You cannot rush it, and it's not going to be everybody that can give you that. Even if you had been married for 5 years. Sometimes you don't know these people that you're married to. I always watch you preparing for work most day. Oh, thank you guys. From next week, I'm not going to be here early morning like this either, because I have to start this job on Tuesday, but I'm going trial for Monday. But I'm normally going to be finishing at 3 o'clock, so hopefully we're still going to be able to do videos, you know, whenever I can, or weekends. Guys, let's protect ourselves. Like I said, I don't want to charge this phone, because then I will not go. Let's protect ourselves, because karma is real. If you are a young person, learn to love and appreciate yourself and do the right thing and make money the right way if you must be rich. But understand why you want money. If you want money just to buy designer stuff and show off like these people do, you shouldn't have money. Money is not for that. Money is for you to do just the basic things you need and help the poor and get blessed. and teach your community how to support the poor. That's what a decent person does with their money. Money is not to show off, because then you're making other people who are sick like you to go and make money the wrong way to be like you and waste it. It's not worth it. You're gonna die and leave all this designer stuff here. People are gonna sell it on eBay or wear it. But if you help the poor, especially you sponsor children to go to school or just help them, that even when you die, that goodness is here, and you left the people with that knowledge that when they have money, they have to pass on that knowledge. They have to pass on that act of kindness. That's when your money is working for you. Not when you're using it to show off and make people feel little, people who are sick like you to feel little, and to go and do stupid things for money. That karma is gonna come back to you. Love yourself, respect yourself, learn to have peace on this earth, money or not. Money cannot give you peace. Learn to be safe and have peace on this earth. Do not copy people too much, especially people who just after money. Learn to love yourself so much that nothing will attract you. You have peace in life. Even if you want money, you will know how to go for it the correct way. And most likely you will get it. Learn to love yourself so much that you will not crave for love so much that you waste money and so many things happen to you. Doesn't matter you're a man or woman. All of these things happen because we don't have self-love, by the way. Me, I don't have self-love that time. That's why I allowed that older man to marry me so I can come here. That lack of self-love is from the way I was brought up, especially with my underage marriage and child beating that I've been through. The other thing is the fact that that man also don't love himself. That's why he bought ticket to go to Africa to marry a younger woman, just to annoy that other woman, he said. But he never think about the consequences that, and marrying somebody just to annoy someone and this stupid thing, All of this is lack of self-love and self-respect. When you love yourself so much, you respect it. You will not crave for love so much that you fall for anything. I swear to God, try it. If you want to learn self-love, you can email me. My email address is above. It's just this name here, amiolof@gmail.com. If you want to learn Wolof, my language, you can email me. I do teach my language on Zoom call. I have to go, guys. Have a good day. I hope that I covered what I wanted to cover, which is this video and my own experience, and just to advise us in general to learn self-love and self-dignity to avoid situations like this. Know that whatever happened to you, happened to you. Know that whatever you want to make you feel better will not make you feel better. If you have money and people make you feel like a human because now you have money, they praise you, like what my community people do. They're not praising you, they're praising the money. You understand? For example, me, I'm a job now. If I randomly have money, anybody that praise me, then I will reject you. Because I recognize everybody, how they're treating me now, for example. But the community, because people have pain, they just want to be better than others so people can praise them. Because people praise people who have money in my community. What other guy? Guys, my phone is not charged. I mean, you don't explain the other guy. What other guy? Honestly, guys, my phone is not charged. And I want to go. I have to go and pray, and just... Ami is very vocal. I know, right? I'm like this, but my voice is like, for the last 3 days, my voice is like, not very clear, but it's all clear, inshallah. So yeah, guys, let's just love ourselves, protect ourselves, learn how to have peace in this life, partner or not. That's our solution, I think. Doesn't matter what type of a person you are, what color. Learn to do that. And then if you want love, you're still gonna open door for love, but watch out who to give chance to. And definitely don't involve no money. People who involve money in love now, especially when they never even met the person, honestly, I don't know what's wrong with them. I'm praying for them. No healthy person with their mind is doing that in this DNA. Do not involve money with love, especially if you never meet the person. I don't care how they look. I don't care what they tell you.